What's up everybody, this is Master Ian Gamer, and welcome to another quick Overwatch news update. Today, I'm mainly going to be doing a roundup of things that happened this past week, including the test where players were able to get free Overwatch League tokens by watching the Twitch live streams, the 6 upcoming new Funko Pop Overwatch figures, and when they'll be releasing, as well as Jeff's comments on heroes that either need a rework or a little bit of help in order to be better balanced in the game. So without further ado, let's jump on in. First up is the free Overwatch League tokens. A few days ago, people started to notice that they had a strange number of tokens on their Battle.net account, and it was eventually discovered that this was the cause of them having watched the Overwatch League live stream via Twitch. People weren't sure whether or not Blizzard had just silently put into place some sort of reward system and people were just starting to get stuff. And a matter of fact, I was one of the people who actually got a few tokens from watching the live streams. However, to clarify it all, we did get an official comment from one of the Overwatch devs explaining what exactly happened. Hey all, so sorry about the confusion on this. As part of a test of the Overwatch League viewership reward system, some viewers who had their Twitch accounts linked to their Battle.net account received League tokens yesterday. The test has since ended, and we'll have more details about content and rewards to share soon. Now, as I'm sure all of you are aware, there's been a lot of discussion over the past couple months regarding the different methods to actually get Overwatch League tokens. A lot of people have speculated that by watching the live streams and being that a way of supporting the league, Blizzard would then provide us with tokens to buy the in-game skins. And it looks like that is exactly what they were testing earlier this week. Unfortunately, we don't have any confirmation on when this is going to become commonplace, or what the ratio will be of matches watched to tokens acquired. There's a lot we still don't know. However, this does stand basically as a confirmation that in hopefully the near future, you will be able to get free tokens simply by watching the League live streams. I know many of you are pretty bent on collecting as many of those skins as possible, so this is going to be great for all of you guys. Moving on to our next story, we had 6 new Overwatch Funko Pop figures revealed recently, and you can now actually pre-order them via Amazon. The 6 figures which were shown off are Junkrat, Roadhog, Zarya, Sombra, Mercy, and Zenyatta. Now, people's opinions about Funko Pop figures are pretty varied. Personally, I'm a pretty big fan of them, but I know a lot of people think they're pretty low quality and kind of meh. But for those of you who are a fan of them, or maybe are just even a fan of the heroes that are coming out in this wave, you should definitely check them out via Amazon.com and maybe pre-order a couple of them. Personally, I'm definitely going to be getting Junkrat, Roadhog, and Zarya, and maybe Zenyatta, although it'll really depend on my budget at the time. Overall, I think all 6 of them though look pretty cool, and I'll have links to where you can pre-order them through Amazon down in the description. Currently, they're scheduled to be releasing on April 5th. However, this can sometimes vary depending on which websites end up selling them, so early April is most likely when they'll become available. And moving on to our last story for today, we got an Overwatch developer update this past week where Jeff Kaplan talked about toxicity and the idea of balance in Overwatch and heroes that maybe aren't quite fitting into their idea of being balanced. The big one he addressed was Hanzo, and particularly his scatter arrow, which Blizzard has been looking at reworking for quite a long time at this point. I actually made a video talking all about this a couple of weeks ago, and I even suggested some possible fixes. So if you haven't seen that, then I encourage you to check it out through the card on screen. It sounds like Blizzard though is still pretty indecisive about what they exactly want to change for Hanzo, so I wouldn't expect any reworks to happen anytime soon, but it is just further confirmation that Blizzard is still heavily looking at him. And the other 2 heroes that Jeff mentioned were Mei and Symmetra, both of which are heroes who have very low playtime and are generally perceived as being terribly underpowered, so to say. They have very niche roles in the game, and more often than not, they're just not useful when it comes to actually winning a match. Jeff said that he doesn't think either of them require a significant rework, but that they both probably are going to need a little bit of help in order to get to a better state. So we can probably expect to get minor buffs for both of these heroes at some point in the near future. As for what these buffs will be exactly, well, that's really anyone's guess, but I would love to hear your thoughts about what you think could be done to them, as well as Hanzo, down in the comments below. And as the last note to go out on, I thought it was kind of strange that Jeff talked about these other 3 heroes, but in no way referenced or acknowledged Doomfist. Now, Doomfist has been suffering from some pretty severe bugs for a long time, and Blizzard has gone through and fixed some of them so far, but overall, I feel like he's still in a pretty bad state. So I was a bit disappointed when Jeff didn't mention Doomfist, and it makes me wonder whether Blizzard still thinks he's broken, or if they're kinda just letting him be for the time being. Personally, I think that he could use some help, and if you think so too, then feel free to leave your comments about what they could do for Doomfist down in the comments as well. And with that, thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and turn on notifications to both help out my channel and keep up with all my future Overwatch content. This is Master Ian Gamer signing off, and until next time, have a great day.